While I may be considering a number of things, I do know where I land on this. There once was a time during potential peril when Americans were asked to take difficult action. They were asked to ration their food, heat, gasoline, and coffee. Americans learned to do without and were asked to give, not upon party line, but for the good of their country and their neighbors in order to defeat fascism during World War II. So to my fellow conservatives, I have to ask, really? I mean, when it comes to masks, this is the hill we've chosen to die on? Only a few generations ago, we would have been asked to possibly go to a cold and darkened home, hungry and tired from a hard day's work. And you know what? We would have. And we would have done so with American determination and fortitude, knowing that we had done our part. Our sacrifice kept the lights on at the hospital. The sweat of our brow produced ammo for our soldiers, and our sacrifice provided for the needs of our countrymen. But wearing a mask to go to Walmart to buy our next six-pack is too much? That is somehow an infringement and sacrifice of our personal rights? If your daily routine when wearing a mask can still involve your picking up a Starbucks order, then you're not really being asked to sacrifice. You're being asked to be inconvenienced. I get it. When it comes to masks, they're annoying. They're hot, uncomfortable, and no matter how hard we try, not very attractive. But they work. Yes, I get that originally we were told they didn't, but Fauci was wrong. The Surgeon General was wrong. Our leaders were wrong. There's still a lot we're learning about the coronavirus, so it's not like the medical community is going to get everything right all the time. They originally said that masks didn't help, but the data has been updated. And these same leaders have acknowledged that they were wrong. And isn't that what we should all want to see? Leaders that admit when they are wrong and then pivot to guide us appropriately given the changing variables? As conservatives, we have numerous red lines that we don't retreat from. These are mainly made up of the 7 articles of the Constitution, 27 amendments thereafter, and a few party principles such as a balanced budget and individual responsibility. There are plenty of things for which we should take a stand, but this one? And don't give me the line about your constitutional right and try to link it to the mask debate. The Constitution doesn't address your wearing pants in public either, but I think we can all agree that doing so is good policy. Wearing a mask protects others from the virus that any one of us could possibly be carrying. So let me see that red line. Let me see your individual responsibility to your community, to me, to your neighbor, to the doctors and first responders we all claim to love and honor so much. You know, the ones that we'll stand up for but apparently won't put on a mask for. But I don't have coronavirus, you might say. You sure? Were you tested in the last 5 minutes? Because if you weren't, you might have contracted it. That's how viruses work. You don't always know when you've been exposed. The CDC is asking you to wear a mask. Let me be really clear. The Center for Disease Control, you know, the group of physicians, epidemiologists, virologists responsible for keeping us healthy, they are asking you to do this. So you should do it. Elected officials on both sides of the aisle are conflating the mask issue with personal freedom and party politics. Both are wrong. Masks are an issue of science, of safety, and of conscience. Your mask protects your neighbor and your fellow American. Your taking a position of not wearing a mask doesn't make you patriotic. Your sacrifice to wear one does. Finding myself on the right side of things, I'm Seth Denson.